Yo, I'm about to head out, bro. Yo, you need anything?
Oh, no, man, I'm good. I'm just about to start this story quest in Genshin Impact.
Oh, you doing the story? I wasn't really a big fan of the story.
Wait, really? Why?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it wasn't even that long, but, like, there was just something about it that made it really dragged out and hard to play.
Wait, did time literally just slow down?
Bro, I literally just told you. Right now, it's 0.5 speed because you started the story.
Bro, no way. This not real.
I can't live like
Hold on.
this.
I gotta talk about this.
Yo, where did he go?
You know what? He's kind of right. And while he's slowed down, I have a lot to say about the Genshin Impact story. But before I do, let me tell you about today's sponsor, which is LDShop, a website where you can get your game's currency at a discount starting at a whopping 15% off. It's actually really easy too, and it makes topping up a lot more affordable. Like in Genshin Impact, where they have a deal where if you want a character like Skirk right now, they have a bundle that lets you guarantee her. With this website, you can get a top up that's about $100 for just about $77. It's super easy to use. All you gotta do is head to the website using my link, which will also give you a 5% coupon, allowing you to save up to $50. Click the game you want to top up for, enter your UID in the server, confirm your order, follow through with checking out, and boom, your order will go through within minutes. It's super fast, very easy, and really convenient because it's cheaper than topping up in-game. It's extremely safe and reliable, and many people use it. And if it's your first time using it, there's a 50% discount for newcomers, so it's a perfect time to start using it. On top of that, if you spend $80, you get a free in-game pass, which can be claimed in the homepage. They also have other games like Honkai Star Rail, Wuthering Waves, which is my favorite, and Zenless Zone Zero, so you can go there and pick a game at your own leisure. Thank you, LDShop, for sponsoring this video. But now I really want to talk about the story. Even though the story quest is just about 2 hours, it can feel much longer, like it's really dragged out. And if I'm being honest, Genshin story quest can often feel exhausting to play through. It's like when you're running a 10-minute mile on a treadmill, but you're out of shape. Even though the distance will always be a mile, and the speed of the treadmill will make you finish the mile in 10 minutes, you get exhausted after 3 minutes. And after that, every minute can feel like an hour. The whole point of Genshin Impact is supposed to be to immerse you into every aspect of the game. But how can the game immerse you into the story when it feels like the presentation of the story is just full of yap? And yeah, I'm talking about the presentation because the core of the story is actually pretty interesting. It's just the presentation that takes you out of it. And when I talk about the presentation, I'm talking about how the dialogue is portrayed, how the characters express their dialogue, the shots and the angles of the characters, the pacing of the dialogue. It doesn't feel dynamic at all, and there's a bunch of monotonous yapping. It just feels like they don't give characters enough emotion or expression, since their expressions are literally straight out of the I'm a video game character handbook. And even though the lore can be super deep and intuitive, many of the lines pretty much feel like characters are reading off a script and are trying to info dump the entirety of the lore of the game into conversations. It doesn't really feel like there's much anticipation or build-up, but rather just a bunch of yapping, explaining what's going on and where things are going, where you should be going, and what you should be doing. Then out of nowhere, an important cutscene that low-key breaks the immersion even more because the emotion just wasn't there beforehand. There just doesn't feel like there's any real drama or suspense being built, any serious passion or conviction in the words. It's pretty much just like you're being phoned a story. All of this honestly makes it super difficult to get immersed into the story because you're stuck listening to characters drone on and on and on and on and on and on in the same monotonous positions, waiting for something interesting to happen, making you look at the clock, realizing it's only been 20 minutes when you feel like you've been playing for an hour. It just doesn't build any immersion because instead of feeling emotion and thinking, oh, what's gonna happen next? You're instead thinking, all right, I finally got through that lore drop dialogue. Jesus Christ, Paimon. All right, I gotta get to the next part of the quest now. But if you really think about it, it makes sense why they do that. Because once again, the game is supposed to be catered towards kids. And the whole point of it is that it's supposed to make it much more casual friendly and hold your hand through pretty much everything, making sure you are not missing anything and are able to follow everything. It's understandable, but it's not defendable in my opinion. There are many games that are mainly about the story, but keep you fully immersed and don't make you feel like you're reading a dictionary or a thesaurus.
No! Help me out already!
Gosh. Bro, you're still slowed down?
Bro, just do something!
What am I supposed to do? I don't know how to take you out, and I'm not finishing the Genshin story.
Turn on the Wuthering Waves story.
Wait, What?
Trust me, it'll fix everything.
All right, hold on.
God damn, she got some cheeks. I mean, yo, I told you it's gonna work, right?
Wait, Lupus Ash literally took you out of 0.5 speed?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about immersion, bro. You know what I mean? Like, they kind of got the pacing just down pat. I mean, look at them cheeks. Are you not immersed?
Damn, them cheeks are insane.
That's what I thought. And do you see those expressions? She's like actually talking to you.
Damn, she snapped. She's sniffing. Hold on.
How does he keep doing that?
That's the kind of stuff that hooks you. Contrary to popular belief, the story quest of Wuthering Waves is pretty much the same length as Genshin Impacts. But because the characters of Wuthering Waves speak with real expression, the camera shots are dynamic and engaging, it doesn't make it feel like it's a dragged out yap fest while Paimon's translating everything to you like you're crippled and speaking for you like you're disabled. It's almost like they're trying to make cinema instead of just explaining to you what's happening in the story. Part of this is done by the fact that the characters really feel like they're actually a part of the story, rather than just watching the story unfold. And even then, Wuthering Waves' story is not perfect. It has a good amount of plot holes, and some things can be better explained. And honestly, sometimes the beginning of the story quest can take a little long to get into, but the majority of the dialogue is also really well written, and it's not just a bunch of yapping and info dumping. It's actually natural and engaging.
Lupus the name, gladiator by trade. Guess we're acquainted now after crossing blades.
Bars! Bars, chat! She's spitting bars too! Lupus the name? Gladiator by trade? Crossing blades? What's your name? Oh my god! The characters sound like real people with their own personalities, motivations, and drama that they have to keep you engaged and interested. And on top of that, contrary to popular belief, while Wuthering Waves does add fan service to keep people more hooked, it's not overdone like in many other games. It's just enough to keep you hooked to the story while not having too much of it where it breaks your immersion and makes you feel like that's what it's all about. The way that they use fan service isn't just to get you to goon over ass and titties, because it's also used to make characters more distinguishable from the others. Pretty much like adding aura to make you care about them. Y'all might think I'm capping, but I'm not capping, for real, I'm not. God damn! The pacing is well balanced with a good mix of action, dialogue, and quiet moments, allowing you to feel the emotion of the characters, understand their dramas and passions through what's actually happening in the story, instead of it just being explained to you in an hour-long yap fest. You're not just listening to characters drone on and on and on and on and on and on. You're actually living the story. The emotions are real, the suspense is there, and the drama actually feels dramatic. They're not just trying to get you from point A to point B. They're trying to tell a story that actually immerses you. And it works. When you're playing Wuthering Waves, you feel like you're a part of the world, like you're actually in the story. Some people say Wuthering Waves is more geared towards a specific type of player, but I think that's actually what makes it feel more immersive. It's not trying to appeal to everyone. It's just trying to tell a story that it wants to tell and keep you invested. And like Gacha Jesus once said, a game made for everyone is a game made for no one. Genshin Impact may have a much more intuitive story and extremely deep lore, but if you don't have the expression and the emotion to back up the lore and just drop it like it's a Five Nights at Freddy jump scare, how can you feel immersed? And that's exactly what Wuthering Waves avoids to keep the pacing enjoyable.
Yo, so you finished the story in Wuthering Waves, right?
Yeah, I did, and it was really enjoyable. Thanks, bro.
So you gonna do that Genshin Impact story? Cause if you are, do that shit while I'm not home, bro. Cause I am not going through that shit again.
No, I'm gonna try a different game. I know there was this one game that people were talking about. I forgot what it was called, but I'm gonna try it out.
Oh, okay. You gotta play that Neverness to Neverness, right? That ever Peter Pan. Neverness to Everness. Wait, is that Honkai Star Rail? No, bro. Don't start the story, bro. Don't start the story. It's worse than Genshin.
Did you freeze because there's like no story in the game or something? Bro, no way the story is that slow. No.